Once, after Lord Ram returned to his kingdom from exile, a group of sages started arguing about the superiority of the Lord's name over the Lord himself. Many opinions were given, yet they were not able to come to any conclusion, so they approached sage Narad. Sage Narad requested a few days' time to give an answer to this question. Sage Narad thought it best to seek Lord Hanuman's help in solving the problem. He approached Hanuman and requested him to assist him in the task, to which Hanuman agreed. Sage Narad told Hanuman, "Make some mischief that will enrage Lord Ram's Guru Vishwamitra so much that he will order Lord Ram to punish you. Then leave the rest to me." One fine day, Sage Narad asked Hanuman to greet all the sages at the court after it was adjourned. However, Sage Narad had tricked Hanuman into believing that he was not supposed to greet Sage Vishwamitra. Hanuman, following Sage Narad's orders, greeted all the sages except Vishwamitra, since he was Lord Ram's Guru, but it did not affect Vishwamitra. Narad went ahead and provoked Sage Vishwamitra. And as expected, Sage Vishwamitra became very angry at Hanuman and told Lord Ram, "Tomorrow morning you must punish Hanuman for the wrong that he has done. In front of the sages and all the townspeople, you will aim your powerful arrows at him, so that all will witness and learn a lesson about what happens when one annoys the Guru." Lord Ram was surprised at his devoted servitor Hanuman's behavior, but he had complete obedience unto his Guru, so he accepted the Guru's instruction and went back to his palace with a heavy heart. In the meantime, Sage Narad told Hanuman to chant Lord Ram's name when Lord Ram aimed the arrows at him. The next day, all the sages and townspeople gathered next to the river to witness the punishment that would be given to Hanuman. Lord Ram, with a very heavy heart, aimed at Hanuman and let go his first arrow. The arrow headed straight for Hanuman but changed direction at the very last moment and fell to the ground without touching him. Hanuman was standing with his eyes closed, deeply chanting Lord Ram's name. All the arrows that Lord Ram aimed at Hanuman missed him and went in different directions. When all the arrows were over, Lord Ram looked at his Guru. Guru Vishwamitra asked Lord Ram to order the divine weapon Brahmastra that would not miss its target. At that point, Sage Narad interrupted and convinced the Guru, "O great sage, you are great among the Gurus. By forgiving Hanuman, you could give the best example of a loving and compassionate Guru." The Guru listened to Sage Narad's advice and forgave Hanuman. When the incident was over, Sage Narad approached all the sages gathered at the river. They had got their answer through this incident and agreed on the power of the Lord's name. My dear brothers and sisters, this story shows the power of God's name. It also shows Lord Hanuman's devotion to Lord Ram and obedience. We too can be protected completely as Lord Hanuman was by chanting the all-powerful name of God with devotion. Srimad Bhagavatam says, living beings who are entangled in the complicated meshes of birth and death can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the holy name of Krishna, which is feared by fear personified. My dear brothers and sisters, Upanishad says, chanting is considered as one form of Bhakti Yoga which improves concentration and memory, relieves stress and depression, and helps one to get rid of anxiety. The Hare Krishna mantra, also referred to reverentially as the Maha Mantra, Great Mantra. This mantra is composed of three Sanskrit names of the Supreme Being, Hare, Krishna and Ram. The three words Hare, Krishna and Ram are the seed sounds of the Maha Mantra. Hare refers to the energy of that one infinite source of all of us, the energy that is present all around us. Ram and Krishna refer to the incarnations of Lord Vishnu. When chanting this mantra, we are calling for that universal energy. This mantra has the power to dissolve our bad habits and negative emotions. By chanting or listening to the mantra, you become free from all anxiety and inner fears. The benefits of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra are: Number 1. It dissolves bad habits, evil thoughts, and negative emotions. Number 2. Get rid of fear, stress, and anxiety. Number 3. Helps to achieve big goals. Number 4. It brings the highest state of ecstasy. Number 5. It brings joy, peace, and happiness. Number 6. It relieves from all miseries. Number 7. Gives divine qualities like love, mercy, and inner happiness. Number 8. It purifies yourself and surrounding. Number 9. It cleans your mind and heart. My dear brothers and sisters, when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you start to clear the impure consciousness that keeps us unhappy and away from our true self. This mantra in a way connects us to that higher energy and helps us to break away from that endless cycle and attachment to the physical world. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. So rightly said by Albert Einstein. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is the mantra most recommended in the Vedas for spiritual realization in this age. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Naste Eva Naste Eva Naste Eva Gatir Anyatha. Meaning, in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's all, my dear brothers and sisters. I hope you learned something from this video. Subscribe this channel and press the bell icon for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Hare Krishna.